Garrosh was among them. Karkath Bladefist visited them at Garadar in search of warriors to aid him. Garrosh asked him about his father and wanted to fight with him, but Karkath ignored him at first, calling the Magar weaklings and not orcs anymore, and they could do the Horde a favor by dying. Later on, Garrosh asked Great Mother Gaia about his father, but the answer caused him to enter a deep depression. Garrosh became an important chief among the Magar. He was aided by Joran Deadeye, son of the Bleeding Hollow clan's former chieftain, Kilrock Deadeye. When our heroes first met Garrosh, he is a sullen, pessimistic, even depressed. Undoubtedly, he is worried about the health of his clan's matriarch, Great Mother Gaia, who is ill. Garrosh knows that when she dies, he may be expected to lead the Magar, and that troubles him as well. Garrosh believes himself fated to repeat his father's mistakes. His father, the great and fearsome warrior Garrosh Hellscream, lusted for power. Despite his awareness of his weakness, Grom nevertheless drank Manaroth's blood, which made him stronger and fiercer, but also damned him and the rest of his clan to servitude under Manaroth. Early on, it is clear Garrosh is ashamed of his father. The last news Garrosh had of his father was that he had drank the blood. Everything that transpired after this event is initially unknown to Garrosh. Indeed, Garrosh does not learn of his father's heroic death until Thrall arrives in Nagrand and reenacts events for life, so that the orcs would be free of demonic influence. Garrosh appears to gain strength and confidence, believing he is no longer fated to fail himself and his people. Thrall brought Garrosh Hellscream with him back to Azeroth to be his advisor. Later on, the retired gladiator master Radgar Earthfury also became one of Thrall's advisors. Radgar and Garrosh had a great discussion. While Garrosh wanted to destroy the Alliance, who he considers the Horde's enemies, and take Azeroth for all their own, Radgar wanted to remain open to diplomacy with the Alliance and conserve their treaty of non-aggression with Theramore. When Thrall decided to go to a new meeting with the human king Varian, he brought with him his two advisors, Radgar and Garrosh, and some Gorgron. Radgar recommended Thrall not to bring Garrosh with them, but the war chief thought it would be a good idea as it would help Garrosh to rethink his attitude towards the humans. Garrosh, alongside Thrall, traveled in a zeppelin to Theramore, where Varian and Thrall had a peaceful discussion with an eye toward mutual gain, though Garrosh thought it better for the Horde to take what they needed by force rather than exchange their resources. They first talked of their pasts and then discussed resource problems, like the Horde's war against the Night Elves for lumber. Varian offered to provide Thrall's people with the lumber in exchange, the war chief offered copper and exotic hides in return. Varian had to leave early as Goldshire and South Shore were said to be under simultaneous distress by the Scourge. Upon exiting Theramore, the Twilight's Hammer clan invaded the city. After catching a glimpse of Garona, Varian thought that Thrall had sent her to assassinate him, as the Shadow Council had done to his father. After a time battling, the Twilight's Hammer's casualties began to rise. Medan then entered to protect his mother, and in seeing this, the cultists pointed their attention to the kidnapping of Medan, while leaving Garona to die. Garrosh accused the Alliance of plotting the attack in an attempt to lure him and Thrall into a trap, while Varian blamed the Horde. specifically Garrosh. Though tempers flared between Varian and Garrosh, Thrall and Garrosh left there more peacefully. Garrosh, however, felt that Varian had insulted the orcs' honor, and that by leaving peacefully, the orcs were losing face at the summit. Garrosh travels to Orgrimmar to meet with Thrall, Lady Sylvanas Windrunner, High Overlord Sourfang, Grand Apothecary Putris, and Redguard Fury to discuss what to do about the Scourge. After consulting Sourfang and the spirits, Thrall favored a more cautious approach to dealing with the Scourge, an advanced scouting party to the frozen continent before committing troops, as well as meeting with Jane and Broadmoor to find out what the Alliance were planning to do about the Lich King. Garrosh, however, felt that dealing with the Alliance put the Horde in danger and wanted to take the Horde's armies and conquer the humans, and then march to Northrend and crush the Scourge, advocating that the Horde should rule all of Azeroth. Thrall, irritated by Garrosh's recklessness and bold challenges to his authority, answered that the humans were not a threat, and that he would not underestimate the Lich King by walking blindly into a Scourge trap. Thrall then provoked Garrosh to challenge him to a duel by saying that he would not make the same mistakes as his father, Grom Hellscream. Frustrated with his leader's apparent lack of action and the insults to his father, Garrosh challenged Thrall to a duel in the Ring of Valor to settle the matter. The two orcs fought for some time until it seemed Garrosh had gained the upper hand. He began to taunt Thrall, but the battle was interrupted by a herald of the Lich King, threatening Orgrimmar with destruction. Hearing this, Thrall used a chain lightning on Garrosh, and both left the ring, with Thrall telling the younger Hellscream that they would settle their dispute later. The city was attacked by countless abominations and frostworms, and a few death knights. Thrall and Garrosh led the forces of the Horde in repelling the Scourge attack with the help of Sourfang, Sylvanas, Redguard, the city defenders, and some adventurers. After the Scourge's force had been dealt with, Garrosh asked to be sent to Northrend again. This time, Thrall agreed and ordered Sourfang to begin preparations for war. Unlike his appearance in Nagrand, where he was downtrodden and apathetic, Garrosh is much more hot-blooded and reckless in his role as a Horde commander in Northrend. His chief advisor, High Overlord Sourfang, who drank from the same chalice that corrupted Grom Hellscream, warns against Garrosh's savage tactics, fearing a resurgence of the bloodlust that had dominated the Horde prior to the death of Manaroth. The two often spar over tactical decisions, particularly in regards to supply lines between the Hold and the Forsaken forces in Howling Fjord. Even if he disagrees with Sourfang, Garrosh appears to have at least a grudging respect for the old warrior. When Sourfang threatens to kill Garrosh himself, turns the veil into the veil of eternal sorrows and unleashes the Shah of Pride. This was the final straw which convinced both factions to begin the siege of Orgrimmar. Following the events of the siege of Orgrimmar, Terran Su holds Garrosh for a trial on Pandaria. The title of War Chief is then placed upon Vol'jin. In Warlords of Draenor, Garrosh escapes his trial by receiving help from a friend called Garrosh, a member of the Bronze Dragonflight who has secret aspirations of his own. They both travel back in the time to the rise of the Horde and stop the orcs from drinking the blood of Manaroth. Garrosh helps influence his father, Gromashal Scream, to untie the clans under the banner of the Iron Horde in order to get his vengeance. Uninterested in his goals and no longer needing his help, Garrosh kills Garrosh shortly after arriving on Draenor. He meets with all the leaders of the orc clans of Draenor, including his own father, Gromashal Scream. Using his knowledge of the future and his expertise with weapon and forging technology, Garrosh gives the clans the ability to create new, advanced armor and weapons, and reveals to them Gul'dan and the Shadow Council's plot to enslave the orcs. On the night of Gul'dan's attempt to have the orcs drink the blood of Manaroth, Grom publicly rejects the blood, prompting Manaroth to arrive in person and prepare to destroy him for his insolence. Using the new weapons that Garrosh gifted them, the orcs subdue the Demon Lord long enough for Grom to drive Gorhyle into a skull. With Manaroth dead, Garrosh unties all the clans under the banner of the Iron Horde, using his lust for vengeance to assist the new and stronger Horde in constructing the Dark Portal, permitting him to lead an assault on the present-day Horde and Alliance back in Azeroth. Garrosh names Grom as War Chief of the Iron Horde, while he takes up the mantle of Warlord of the Warsong clan in his father's stead. Taking up residence in Nagrand, Garrosh commands his clan from the stronghold of Gromashar until a party led by Yrel of Durotan assaults the fortress and attacks Garrosh. After a brief fight, Garrosh gains the upper hand and prepares to finish off the party before Thrall arrives, challenging him to a Mag'hora. Garrosh accepts the challenge, and the two reconvene at the Stones of Prophecy for their final battle. Garrosh claims that all he did for the good of the Horde and to follow and clean up Thrall's actions, but Thrall rejects the notion, claiming that he chose his own destiny. Thrall calls on the power of the elements, trapping Garrosh in a hand of stone and using a strike of lightning to end the former war chief, leaving Garrosh's crushed body and Gorhyle